when John the Baptist's own disciples came running to him and asking him what he was going to do to step up his game in the popularity contest, John the Baptist said, "I'm going to do my job with joy." Welcome to Life Words Day by Day. John chapter 3 verse 29 says this, "The one who has the bride is the bridegroom. The friend of the bridegroom who stands and hears him rejoices greatly at the bridegroom's voice. Therefore, this joy of mine is now complete." John makes good use of an illustration in this verse to describe his role in ministry and his joy. He relates to himself as the friend of the bridegroom, and the friend of a bridegroom in a Jewish wedding was called the soshabang. And this would be comparable to a best man who makes sure all the arrangements of a wedding are taken care of. The soshabang would have his hand in handing out invitations and making sure all the arrangements were just right for the wedding. His most special job was to guard the wedding chamber to let no false bridegroom in. He would stand behind the door until he heard and recognized the voice of the bridegroom, and then, and only then, would he open the door and walk out, knowing he had done his duty in joining together the bride and the bridegroom. If you're a follower of Christ, then you have a job as well, and that's to connect people to the biblical Jesus in your life. So I'm not exactly sure what God has given you in terms of your life. Are you married? Then part of your ministry and job is to love your spouse. That's a command. It's not a feeling-based type of thing. If it were, how could we love our enemies or our annoying neighbor or the lost? It's a command. So be faithful and stay in the game. Love your wife. Love your husband in the power and the strength of Jesus Christ living in you. There's no other way to do it. Are you a parent? Part of what God has given you in raising your children is to do it under the instruction of the Lord. Don't hand this job over to the schools or to the culture because they are lurking at all points to do it. It's your privilege, your ministry. It's what God has given you, and you can do it with Christ living in you and through you. Do you have a job? Part of what God has given you is being a light in the world through your workplace. So be faithful to it. Show up on time. Work with all of your might and excellence. Be a blessing to your employer through your attitude and work ethic. Do you have a church? Part of what God has given you is being faithful to her. So support her and love her and be present. Do you have a specific ministry? Part of what you have received from God is the execution of that ministry according to God's word. So be faithful in those things, brothers and sisters. Remain faithful, no matter what it looks like is taking place around you, no matter what anyone else is doing, no matter what gimmicks or tricks come rolling down the way. Be faithful in your life and ministry to leading people to the biblical Jesus. As you pray today, please remember B.J. Sanders and his family, our missionaries in Papua New Guinea. And also remember the Dong May Life Word broadcast that's heard throughout Ghana and West Africa.